6-year-olds in Japan scrub classroom floors every day. No janitors, no nagging, just tiny hands wiping windows and sweeping dust. The bell rings, and instead of rushing out, the kids grab buckets and rags. They kneel, side by side, quietly cleaning the place where they learn. Some even giggle as they race to see who can make their desk shine the brightest. But here's the twist. The kids don't complain. They take it seriously. Some even look proud, standing back to admire their work. Elsewhere, parents might argue, kids need to focus on learning, not chores. In many Western schools, cleaning is for the staff. Children are told, let the adults handle it. But in Japan, it's the opposite. The cleaning is the learning. It's not a punishment, it's not a reward, it's just part of the day. But wait, this isn't just about chores. Japanese parenting often removes things Western parents rely on. Less punishment, less loud correction, fewer rewards, more trust. At first, it looks risky. How do you keep order? Why aren't kids running wild? Here's where it gets even more interesting. In Japan, you'll rarely see a parent yelling in public. If a child throws a tantrum, the parent stays calm. They might kneel down, speak softly, or even just wait in silence. No threats, no bribes, no timeouts. The child calms down, and they move on. Contrast that with a typical scene in the West. A child screams in a grocery store. The parent pleads, "Stop it," or "No dessert." Sometimes there's a scolding, sometimes a promise of candy. The struggle is loud and public. But in Japan, the approach is subtle. It's almost invisible. Parents guide with gentle cues, a raised eyebrow, a quiet word, sometimes just a look. The child understands. The moment passes. This method feels strange if you're used to constant correction and control. It's like watching a magic trick. Where's the discipline? Where are the consequences? And yet, the children cooperate. They listen. They help each other. There's a paradox here. Japanese parents seem to do less but get more. Less punishment but more respect. Less control but more cooperation. It's not about being strict or being soft. It's about working with the child's natural instincts. Today, you will discover the strange but powerful Japanese parenting method that flips everything you thought you knew. We'll look at real-life examples, surprising details, and how you can use these ideas at home. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Let's dive deeper into what makes Japanese parenting so unique and why it works, even if it looks strange at first. First, picture a kindergarten classroom in Tokyo. The school day ends, but instead of rushing out, every child grabs a tiny towel and starts wiping down their desk. Some sweep the floor. Others water the plants. No teacher is shouting instructions. There's no reward chart on the wall. It's just quiet, focused teamwork. In Japan, even 5-year-olds help clean their classrooms and hallways. This isn't a punishment. It's a daily routine. The lesson? Responsibility is something you practice, not something you're told about. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Discipline in Japan doesn't look like what you might expect. Imagine a busy Osaka supermarket. A toddler spots a shelf of candy and starts to whine. Instead of snapping, the mom kneels down to her child's level. She looks him in the eye and says softly, "That candy looks delicious, doesn't it?" She listens as he talks about his favorite flavors. Then she gently redirects. "Can you help me pick out some carrots for dinner?" The tantrum fizzles before it even starts. This approach is called ama, meeting a child's needs with empathy and gentle guidance. There's no timeout, no raised voice, just connection and redirection. Now, let's zoom in on a tiny detail you'll see in almost every Japanese home. Shoes lined up neatly at the door. Even toddlers know to take off their shoes and place them side by side before stepping inside. No one yells reminders. It's not about being strict, it's a ritual. These small habits teach order and respect, but through routine, not nagging. It's a silent lesson that repeats every day. But wait, there's another twist. Japanese parents rarely use direct commands. Instead, they model the behavior they want to see. Picture a father quietly folding his laundry in the living room. His young son watches, then grabs his own tiny shirt and starts folding too. No one says, "Fold your clothes." The child learns by watching and doing, not by being told. It's learning through imitation, not instruction. Here's something you might not expect. Japanese parents often let their children solve small problems on their own. On a playground in Kyoto, a little girl struggles to climb a ladder. Her mother stands nearby, watching but not intervening. The girl tries, slips, tries again. No one says, "Fold your clothes." The child learns by watching and doing, not by being told. It's learning through imitation, not instruction. Here's something you might not expect. Japanese parents often let their children solve small problems on their own. On a playground in Kyoto, a little girl struggles to climb a ladder. Her mother stands nearby, watching but not intervening. The girl tries, slips, tries again. Finally, she makes it to the top, beaming with pride. The parent offers encouragement, not rescue. This builds resilience and confidence, one small challenge at a time. Elsewhere, you might see parents negotiating or arguing with their kids over chores or homework. In Japan, the approach is quieter. Parents include children in daily life from a young age, cooking, cleaning, shopping. Kids feel like valued members of the team, not just bystanders. Cooperation becomes natural, not forced. So what's really happening here? Each of these moments, cleaning together, solving problems with empathy, sticking to rituals, modeling behavior, and letting kids try on their own, shapes children's brains to cooperate naturally. They learn not because they're forced, but because they're included. The result? Less resistance, fewer power struggles, and a calmer home. And this is what makes the Japanese method feel so strange to outsiders. There's less control, but somehow more harmony. Parents trust the process. Kids step up, not because they have to, but because they want to. Ready to see how this plays out in real-life situations? Let's zoom in on the secret ingredient that holds it all together. Let's zoom in on the real engine behind this Japanese parenting method, gentle guidance, not force. Imagine a busy Tokyo preschool. A little boy, maybe 4 years old, accidentally knocks his cup over during snack time. Water spills everywhere. In many places, this would trigger a stern, "Be careful," or a frustrated sigh. But here, the teacher doesn't raise her voice. She quietly hands the boy a towel, kneels beside him, and says, "Let's clean it together." No scolding, no embarrassment. The teacher doesn't fix the mess for him or shame him in front of others. She models calm teamwork. The boy learns mistakes are normal and fixing them is something we do together. He's not afraid of getting in trouble. He's learning responsibility step by step. Now, let's shift scenes. In a Western home, a similar spill might lead to a quick, "Why weren't you paying attention?" or "Look at this mess." The child might freeze, defend themselves, or even start to cry. The focus is on the mistake, not the solution. The child feels the tension and may become anxious about making errors in the future. But wait, there's more. Japanese parents and teachers use a concept called omoiyari. It means empathy, thinking about how others feel. Instead of pointing out every wrong move, adults model empathy in daily life. For example, a mother sees her daughter snatch a toy from her younger brother. Instead of scolding, she gently asks, "How do you think your brother feels right now?" The daughter pauses, looks at her brother's face, and then quietly returns the toy. She's not acting out of fear of punishment. She's learning to see the world through someone else's eyes. Here's where it gets interesting. In Japan, adults rarely shout or use harsh punishments. Instead, they guide with soft voices and gentle reminders. When a child forgets to put away their shoes, a parent might simply place the shoes near the child and say, "Where do these belong?" The child is nudged to remember, not ordered or shamed. This approach builds self-awareness, not just obedience. Let's zoom in on a detail you might miss: lunchtime at school. In many Japanese elementary schools, children serve lunch to their classmates. They wear little aprons and hats, carefully ladling soup and rice. If someone spills, nobody yells. The class quietly grabs towels and works together to clean up. There's pride in caring for their space and each other. The lesson isn't about avoiding mistakes, it's about fixing them together. A common mistake Western parents make is believing that strict rules and punishments are the only way to earn respect. But Japanese parents show that empathy and quiet support can spark real cooperation. Kids don't behave because they're scared. They behave because they feel understood and trusted. Here's an unexpected twist. Even conflict is handled differently. If two children argue over a toy, the adult doesn't jump in to decide who's right. Instead, they sit with both children and say, "Let's listen to each other." The children take turns sharing their feelings. Sometimes they come up with their own solution, like taking turns or playing together. The adult is a guide, not a judge. What do you think? Could you see yourself trying this at home? Or do you think it would be too hard to let go of old habits? Comment below. I want to hear your thoughts. Let's get practical. How can you actually use this Japanese parenting method at home? Here are 4 steps you can try, even if it feels a little strange at first. Each one is simple, but together they can transform the way your family works. Step 1. Pause before correcting. Imagine your child spills a glass of juice on the kitchen floor. Your first instinct might be to jump in, scold, or clean it up yourself. But here's the Japanese way. Pause. Take a breath. Instead of reacting, hand your child a towel and say, with a gentle tone, "Let's clean it together." No blame, no lecture, just teamwork. Over time, your child learns that mistakes are normal and fixing them is part of growing up. This small shift builds confidence and responsibility. Step 2. Quiet guidance instead of loud correction. Picture this. Your 2 kids are fighting over a toy. In many homes, parents might shout, "Stop fighting," or threaten a punishment. But in Japanese classrooms and homes, adults often guide quietly. Walk over, kneel down to their level, and softly ask, "What's happening here?" Give them a moment to explain. If they struggle, you can say, "Let's find a way both of you can play." Sometimes, just your calm presence is enough to help them work it out. If not, gently suggest taking turns or playing together. The key is to keep your voice soft and your body language open. This helps children feel safe and heard, not defensive. Step 3. Model, don't lecture. Let's say you want your child to put away their shoes after coming home. Instead of repeating, "Put your shoes away," every day, try this. Quietly pick up your own shoes and place them neatly by the door. The next time your child forgets, hand them their shoes and point to the spot. No words needed. Children are natural imitators. When they see you doing something calmly and consistently, they'll start to do it too, without nagging or reminders. This method works for all sorts of routines, setting the table, folding laundry, or even brushing teeth. Actions speak louder than lectures. Step 4. Create small rituals of responsibility. Japanese schools often have students clean their own classrooms. You can bring this idea home in small ways. For example, after dinner, invite your child to help wipe the table or sweep the floor. Make it a daily ritual, not a punishment. Say, "We all help take care of our home." Start with simple tasks and celebrate their effort, not just the result. Over time, these rituals become habits. Children feel proud to contribute, and you spend less time chasing after chores. But wait, what if your child resists? That's normal. At first, they might complain or ignore you. The trick is to stay calm and consistent. Don't turn it into a battle. If they refuse, do the task yourself, but invite them again next time. Praise even small steps. "Thank you for handing me the towel." Gradually, participation grows. Here's a bonus tip. Let go of perfection. In Japanese homes and schools, the process matters more than the outcome. If your child wipes the table and misses a spot, smile and say, "Great job helping." You can quietly finish the job later. The goal is to build habits and confidence, not perfect results. Try these steps for a week. Notice how your home feels. Are there fewer power struggles? More cooperation? It won't be perfect, but you'll start to see small changes, and those small changes add up. Let's wrap this up with what really matters. The Japanese parenting method might look unusual, even uncomfortable when you first try it. You might worry that giving your child more responsibility or stepping back from constant correction will lead to chaos. But what you're actually doing is giving your child space to grow, learn, and cooperate, not just follow orders. Think about what you've seen in this video. You started with small steps, maybe letting your child help set the table, or giving them a chance to solve a problem before stepping in. At first, it can feel slow. You might even feel like you're not doing enough. But over time, you notice something subtle. Your child starts to anticipate what needs to be done. They offer to help. They listen more, and you find yourself raising your voice less. This is the heart of the Japanese approach. It's not about perfection. It's about building trust and respect day by day. Instead of focusing on punishment or rewards, you focus on connection. You show your child that you believe in their ability to learn and contribute. That belief becomes contagious. Your child starts to believe it too. Let's be honest, there will be setbacks. Some days your child might resist. You might feel frustrated. That's normal. But remember, every small step counts. Each time you choose patience over punishment or invite your child to join you instead of pushing them away, you're laying the foundation for a stronger relationship. And here's something powerful. This method doesn't just change your child, it changes you. You become more aware of your own reactions. You start to notice moments when you can pause, breathe, and respond differently. You see your child not as a problem to fix, but as a person to guide. Imagine your home a month from now. Maybe mornings are a little less rushed because your child knows what to do. Maybe dinner is more peaceful because everyone pitches in. Maybe you end the day feeling proud, not because everything was perfect, but because you worked together. That's the real magic of this method. It's not a quick fix, it's a journey. And every family's journey will look a little different. What matters is that you start, you try, you adjust, and you celebrate the progress no matter how small. So here's what I want you to remember. You have the power to create a calmer, more connected home. You don't need to be a perfect parent. You just need to be willing to try something new and to keep going even when it feels strange. If this video gave you a new perspective, hit like and subscribe for more practical tips. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these ideas? What worked for you? What was hard? Share your experiences in the comments below. Let's build a community where we support each other and learn together. Thanks for watching, and remember, small changes can lead to big results. You've got this.